Please.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Welcome to the summer school with the 11th meeting. Sorry, it's 12th meeting for this session. Today we have two speakers that's coming from Tohoku University, Japan. Professor, sorry. Okay, Associate Professor Dr. Peter John Warner from Tohoku University, Japan, and Dr. Muhammad Akram Hureri, PhD from Allama Iqbal Open University, Pakistan. Today we will have topic about Muslim society in Pakistan and also sharing from Professor Peter John Warner, Muslim portrait in Japan. The first speaker, I would like to give to the Professor Peter John Warner about Muslim portrait in Japan. Time is yours, Professor.
Okay. I'd just like to say, in Japan, the Muslim religion is respected, and that in all areas in society, you can see that they accept all the beliefs. All religions are equal in Japan. So you also see this evident in the foods. We have halal foods available in our cafeteria, and you can find halal foods throughout downtown Sendai, or if you're in Tokyo, we have many halal food restaurants available. You can, if you search on your phone, you can actually find where the halal restaurants are. And so it's a very vegetarian restaurants for vegetarian people, so those are also very safe. Likewise, if anybody wants to pray, or we do have quite a few mosques inside Tokyo. In the other cities, there are probably less of them, but most of the Muslim population knows where they are located, and usually they have time to go to those mosques and do their prayers at their times. And also likewise, the interaction and communication between the Japanese and the Muslim religion so Japan is a very safe place to live, and I think it's a very good place for all of society. So these are my brief comments on the Muslim perspective, or my perspective of the Muslim society in Japan.
Thank you, Prof. Peter. We will continue with the question and answer session. Next, I would like to give the time to our next speaker, Dr. Muhammad Akram Hureri. Are you in there? Okay. Dr. Muhammad Akram Hureri from Allama Iqbal Open University, Pakistan. Dr. Akram Hureri will sharing about Muslim society in Pakistan. Time is yours.
Thank you very much. I am thankful to you, Mr. Saleh, especially Professor Dr. Ismail, and other respected member of this college, Institute Abdul Haris from Muqasar. And I also welcome to this session Professor Dr. Peter from Japan. I am Muhammad Akram from Pakistan, PhD in Islamic Studies. Alhamdulillah. Today, my session will be, Inshallah Rahman, on the one minute. And this option is the screenshot is not here. Where screen PDF file cannot share. I want to share my PDF files. I think it's not available here. So I open the Asli at my mobile, inshallah. Excuse me, are you hearing me, Mr. Saleh? Here is
Yes.
not.
Yes, we can
PDF
hear
file,
you.
PDF file my is not opening here. I want to share that. Okay. Thank you very much. Sorry for interruption. My topic is Muslim communities in Asia, especially Pakistan society. Do you know, as the Indonesia and Pakistan are the two Muslim countries, we know what is the Islam, and we also understand its meaning and other aspect of the Islamic. So the submission to Allah's will is the name of Islam. And the focus of this ideology, Islamic, Quran and Sunnah, these are the center point where the all Muslims, all believers gather on that point. We also know that Islam is the second largest country of the world after the Christianity. So majority Muslim countries, when we count in numbers, 57, 58 countries belong. So when we say Pakistan is an Islamic country, so we can also say that is the second largest country after Indonesia. I think Indonesia is the top Muslim countries. Pakistani's population is the 95 to 97 populations of these countries belong to the Islamic ideology. So the basic point of this countries belong to distinctions that Pakistan is made on the Islamic ideology. This is the different point of basis of existence of this country, because no countries other than Pakistan is not made on this point. So Pakistan is the singular country, is the only one country who is made on basis of Islam, where the Muslim can practice according to the ideology of Islam. So this will the main theme of my presentations. When we say the Islam entrance in subcontinent means Pakistan and India, and all others 5 small countries also belong. So 7 or 8 countries belongs in subcontinent. So this is said, it is said that Baba Ratan Hindu is the only one companions of the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, that was non-Arab, who belonged to the India. He met the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, come back and introduce the traditions and teachings of the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him. So in 644 AD, the Caliph Rashidin also conquered the one part of this subcontinent that is called Makran. And this is the point, this is the place in our state, in Pakistan state, Balochistan. This is the city. It is also said that is conquered after the province Sindh. Sindh is also Pakistan state, conquered after that Makran. So this is the short history of coming Islam in subcontinent. Or during the Caliph of Ali, many Hindus of the Sindh, that is the province of the Pakistan, had come under the influence of Islam, and in a regular way. In 712, the Muhammad bin Qasim, young general of Islamic force, the age of that young person, only 17 years. So he come here and conquered the main regions of the Sindh. So he traveled from Karachi, people that was called the old name, conquered and traveled Hyderabad, Sakkar, Bahawalpur, and Multan. So my own city is Multan. So he reached here. That was the region of Hajjaj bin Muslim, and also known, it is also said that he was the nephew of the Hajjaj governor. In 12 the behavior. So after that, Sufism missionary is the major part that converted the people of this region to Islam. Adopted Islam, accepted Islam. That was the intense history of the Islamic way in subcontinent. So Pakistan in subcontinent, this picture is the upper picture is the Fashion Mosque, and that is located in Islamabad, and that was made by Shah Faisal, Saudi Arabia. So when we see in Google Pakistan, so we can see this attached picture. The under picture is made Aurangzeb and Akbar, Mughaliya Caliph kingdom. So it is located in Lahore. It is called Badshahi Mosque, yani King Mosque. Very of the Muslim Horticulture's Fund. Existence of Pakistan. This is the great history. After that, Hinduism and then Mughaliya rulers of Muslims and Istain is here. But they were Islamic kings, but they did not work on Islamic preachings. And the admirer of this statement, Jawaharlal Nehru, that was the main leader like Muhammad Ali Jinnah. This is very hard. These Muslim kings rules the India, but they did not preach, did not convert their population to Islam. They conquered, they attacked the India and rules here, and then back down, returned back. So this is exchange. Then English East India Company ruled here, and after that movement from different countries, areas appears. So Muslim League was the representative party of the Muslims, and further many parties from Hinduism was appeared, and they slogan, they put their slogan, we need the separate state. We need the separate state. So their struggle going on. Why they want to need their separate state? To create a solid block of all states from Karachi to Ankara. Karachi is the main city of the Pakistan and the biggest city of Pakistan. To Ankara, and from Pakistan to Morocco. The Muhammad Ali Jinnah, that was the founder of the Pakistan, wanted to see the Muslim in the world united under the banner of Islam as the effective check against the aggressive design of their enemies. Because the Caliph was ended from Turkey, so he has the ambitions, wishes to create something. So he was he demand again and again under the platform of the Muslim League to get the separate state. The more nearest companion of great poet of Pakistan, of Islamic states, Allama Iqbal, shoulder to shoulder it of this demand. So this was his its motto. Pakistan existence in 14 August 47. So Pakistan became into the world, and the first formal step was taken to the transform of Pakistan as an ideological Islamic state was in March 1949, because the first Prime Minister became Dr. Liaquat Ali Khan. He introduced the objectives resolutions. So the resolutions declared that the sovereignty over the entire universe belongs to Allah. So this was the first resolution in which it declared this state will be connected to the Allah Almighty's teachings. So Muslim League leadership, ulama, Islamic clergy, and Muhammad Ali Jinnah had articulated their vision of Pakistan in terms of Islamic state. Qaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah had developed a close association with ulama. When Muhammad Ali Jinnah was died, that was the founder of Pakistan and the first Governor General of Pakistan. When he was dying, the most companions, one of the companions from ulama, Maulana Shabir Ahmad Usmani, he declared that Qaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah was a greatest leader who founded the Pakistan. So he also asked the Pakistanis the message of Jinnah on 3 points: unity, faith, and discipline. So this is the first step that was taken to the association with Islam of Pakistani state. So this was the main step was taken to associate Pakistan with Islam. Pakistan was founded in advance and Muslim of this state and others, the connections coming and step by step. This is the, after that, the first ever general election was conducted in Pakistan in 1973. This is the second stage that Pakistan and Islam was connected to each other strongly. So in 1977, constitutions of Pakistan was made. Constitutions of Pakistan were also conducted. The constitution declared Pakistan an Islamic Republic and Islam is the state of religion. The two things were declared here. Pakistan is the Pakistan state's religion is Islam, and Pakistan is an Islamic Republic state. So in our Pakistani history, the 1973 constitution has a great importance according to the Islamic ideology to declare it as it is its true sense. And it's based on Quran and Sunnah. Every laws will be conducted and others they will be made. They would be made according to the Quran and Sunnah and Sharia. So in 1973, Constitution also created a certain institution such as Sharia courts, Council of Islamic Ideology, to channelize the interpretations and applications of Islam. So these two institutions were conducted to pursue the Islamic ideology and to progress it. And the third phase, when General Ziaul Haq, he was the army chief of the Pakistan. He was from the religious family. He possessed the president post of the Pakistan and with wishes to channelize the Pakistan Islamization. So Islamization was the primary policy or centerpiece of General Zia government. Ziaul Haq committed himself to establishing an Islamic state and enforcing the Sharia law. Zia establishing separate Sharia judicial courts and courts benches to judge legal cases, and using the Islamic doctrine. New criminal offense was introduced and their punishment was also introduced. Zakat system is also introduced, and annual tax as annual tax. School textbooks, libraries was also overhauled to remove the un-Islamic materials. Offices, school, factories, and other public places where the employees can work were required to offer the praying space for their employees. So these changes were existence and also required it forcefully to fulfill these orders. Islamic scholars were added to the Council of Islamic Ideology separately. Electoral rates of the Hindus and Christians that were only 5% in this state. Yes. Yes, and the left that's altered from the countries. But my here is problem. Our General Ziaul Haq states sponsor the Islamization, increase sectarianism and divisions in Pakistan between Sunni, Shia, and between Deobandi, Barelvi, and Ahladis, where he introduced the Islamic terms and forcefully to fulfill it, where because he was associated with Deoband sacred sects, so he obliged them maximum associated with. So other sects felt regret, and they also push up and forward the mixing way. So after this rulership, these sects and sectarianism developed in Pakistan, and the disadvantage of this sectarian on Pakistan was defeated back to back, and controversial issues stand for Pakistani nations. So denominations, Sunni, Barelvi, Deobandi, Ahladis, Shia in Pakistan developed. Sunni and Deobandi and Ahladis and Shia, I also mentioned it in a graph. According to the CIA World Factbook and the Oxford Center of Islamic Studies, 95% of the total population is Muslim. And Sunni, from which the majority of the Pakistani Muslim belong to Sunni Islam. Muslim belongs to different schools of thought. I can say also Madahib. I also say Makatabi Fikr, school of thought, estimated on Sunni population in Pakistan range from 85 to 90%. And Sunni Madahib in Sunni groups as Barelvi, Deobandi, and Ahl Hadith, three sects related in this field. And this is the total populations of 85%. Other than Shia also estimated constituted about 10 to 15% of the country's populations. So in the next slide, it is also mentioned in graph. Other than these sects, one is the Quranists, Muslims who reject the authority of the Hadith, known as the Quranists, and the second name is Quraniyun, and the third name we can say Ahle Quran. Also present in Pakistan, the largest Quranist organization in Pakistan is Ahle Quran, followed by Basme Tuluwe Islam, and other Quranist movement in Pakistan is Ahlul Zikr. They argument that only Quran is sufficient for Islam and Islamic followers. And there is no space for the Hadith and Hadith Rasul, Qawli Rasul, Qawli Nabi, Qawli Prophet, and other than non-denominational, roughly 12% of Pakistani Muslims self-describe to or have belief overlapping with non-denominational Muslims. These Muslims have believed that by and large overlap with those of the majority of the Muslim, and difference in their prayers are usually non-existent and negligible. So this is the rough idea, and on the base of research is presented of Pakistani society and sects of the Muslims are existing here, and other. So in my beginning of the presentation, I also said this on the coming of Islam in subcontinent. It is the main source that Muhammad bin Qasim and other conquered the different region of this subcontinent. And second, the Sufism is the great, has a great work as a missionary to conversions, the people to Islam. So Sufism, the base, vast term, and many Sufi orders exist within Pakistan, where the philosophy has strong traditions historically. The Sufi missionaries had played a pivotal role in the converting the native people of the Punjab and Sindh to Islam. Most in Sindh and Punjab, these are the two big states of the Pakistan. The most notable Muslim Sufi orders in Pakistan are the Qadriya, Naqshbandiya, Chishtiya, and Suhwardiya. These are the silsilas of the Sufism, we can say it Muslim orders. And they have large amount of the devotees in Pakistan. Then Ahl Hadith, I also explained about them, that Ahl Hadith who are the followers of the Quran and Sunnah only. They always communicate with argument and accept only that the proved from Quran and Sunnah and Uswai Hasana from Sirate Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Other than they didn't accept anything in Islam and to act Islam. So this picture is a great Sufi Rukn Alam, and this is located in Punjab region, Multan city. That is my city where I'm living. So most Sufi shrine. These shrines of Sufis are located in different places of the Pakistan and different states. The maximum shrines of these Sufis are located in Multan city. That is why it is also called the city of Saints, Multan. In the end, I can say Pakistan has been called a global center for political Islam. Pakistani nationalist narrative is based on the idea that Muslims of the subcontinent are an independent nation with their own distinctive outlook on life that is different from the rest of the subcontinent. Pakistan is the first country who possesses the honor that it was made on the base of Islam. No country other than Pakistan has that distinctions. Pakistan is the only one Islamic country in the world who has atomic bomb. Pakistan is still working hard for its progress in all aspects of the life. It will soon provide the leadership to the other Islamic countries. Inshallah, Pakistan is made for Muslim peoples and will remain till the universe. Inshallah. Thank you very much.
So study.
Berjalan,
Man,
enggak berjalan pian.
man.
Okay, who is moderator?
Yes,
Okay.
I have ended.
Suaranya nggak kedengeran. Pak, suara moderator nggak kedengeran.
Okay. Thank you for the presentation from both of the speakers today.
Your voice is coming here.
Is it my
Oh,
voice
okay,
is
okay.
clear?
Okay.
Okay. Now we move to question and answer session. We will give this opportunity to first to Mr. Abu Ali to give the question to both of the speakers. Time is yours.
Thank you very much. I address my question first to Professor Peter John Warner. One question.
Yes.
It is nice to hear from you. All religions are equal. All religions are equal. Sometimes in another countries, for example, in India, human beings are not equal. And then the others in China, like that. We are different.
Yes.
We are better than you. But I agree with you 100%. We are equal, maybe smarter or better will help others to work together, living in harmonies and peace. My question, or do you have some tips or suggestion in order to respect each other, even though we are different religions? Look at as human being. That's my question. Do you have some tips to us in order we are the same, we are equal as human being to living? We do not enter heaven. If we kill people, we are not allowed to kill people, right?
Yes.
So that's my professor. I respect you, Prof. Thank you.
So basically, I think if everybody can be open-minded and think or try to understand other cultures and religions that play a very important role in their life, then those are more accepted to understand those perspectives and realize that a lot of those perspectives fit within the same area within their own religions. And if we can all work towards a common goal, this is something that we should all work towards. So basically, with my work with young students throughout Asia, such as at organizing international conferences and bringing them together, we usually try to get them to understand each country's cultures and their religions, and help the students or advisors who accompany them to understand those cultures and see those people in a position where everybody respects each other and is willing to work with each other, even though one country may have very strong ideas in one area or another. When we try to get together as a group, we try to accept and learn the other culture, and then maybe we can be more understanding. And I think gaining an understanding of other countries' cultures is a very important step if we can do that in any way through exchanges or providing cultural education about other cultures.
Thank you, Prof.
Thank you, Prof. Peter. There's also a question from the chat box. Let me read for you. This is regarding from Dr. Gigi Saputra, Eskom IMAG, that he said that he see that atheism and agnostic in Japan is also raised. That's how the Japan society look to the Islamic and the Muslim society? And I think that's the question. Thank you.
Okay, so can you can you define what you mean by agnostic, please?
Agnostic mean they still doing the pray, doing the pray to the God, but they don't very have attachment with the religion itself.
Okay, okay, I understand what you're saying now.
Yeah.
Yes, I would say that many Japanese take the Buddhist or Shinto religion if they are identified with one or the other. They probably only do prayer or go to those places limited times during the year, such as New Year's or special holidays when those temples have special ceremonies. But otherwise, they don't have regular prayers, and maybe they do not do regular prayers at home. But there is a certain moral standard which all Japanese maintain, such as we should not kill, or we should work with each other. There are certain community standards which all Japanese work towards so that we can have harmony. And by having that harmonious atmosphere, it really makes all Japanese stronger in accepting other religions and working with them. So this community spirit, this collective spirit, in a sense, to be willing to accept other cultures and work with them more instead of trying to push them out. The thing that makes Japan strong in accepting the Islamic faith there also, I believe.
Thank you, Prof. Peter, for your answer. Let me move to the second speaker, Dr. Akram Hureri. There is a question from the chat box from Dr. Gigi Saputra about how the pattern of the Islamic in Pakistan. Is it modern, rational, or there is syncretism with the local traditions? It's if we remain, there's some of the maybe the tokoh besar big
Thinker.
yeah, thinkers or scholars like Iqbal and Fazlur Rahman, and from previously is one state with the India, the pattern of the Islamic society in Pakistan. I think that's the question.
I think the question is more relevant. Your voice was interrupted, but the questions part that I understand, I can explain, inshallah. The pattern of the Islam and Islamic way of life in Pakistan and India is same, because this is the giant regions in this subcontinent. So in 1947, it is existence as a separate nations, Pakistan and India, and Bangladesh. To get the separate state in this region, their motto was the same: we can act according to the Islamic versions freely. So in this movement, the Muslim sects, Brelvi, Deobandi, Ahle Hadith, they are also have a giant struggle to get the Islamic state. After that, the most companions of the founder of the state, Qaid Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, from ulama, Maulana Shabir Ahmad Usmani. And this is also is a great scholar. Its Quranic interpretations book is also available in different translations. And this is the scholar, Islamic scholar, who prayed held in this sitting discussed the all matters, and this is called the Qiradat Pakistan. So they also signed this state and argue this state will be according to the teachings of Islam, and this state will be the Islamic state. So after that, in 1977, when General Ziaul Haq conquered the political agents and possessed the president post of this Pakistan, so he was associated from Deoband sects. So he introduced the all terms of the Islamics according to the Deoband's Maktab figure. So we can also say here Pakistan, Deobandi, Brelvi, and Ahl Hadith, and also Shia have their also Islamic thoughts, and they are also acting according to their thought, their prayer style, their worship, their mosque, and their gathering and their preaching style is also according their sects. The most maktaba, the most sects of the Islam here that I also understand, this is the according to the Islam that was called Ahl Hadith. Thoughts, their teachings according to Quran and Sunnah. So this is the total populations of the 15%, 15 to 20% of the total population. So they are working together here. Sometimes some quarrels between created, and they also attack each other's. So the most emotional sect of this regions, Islams, and this is the Brelvi and the Shia, because they have emotions great. So majority of the peoples here, because you can hear in newspapers and others news channels that here mosques are burned and churches are burned, and others quarrels, they attack each others and kill the multiple peoples. So they peoples are called the Muslim, but their actions, their practice, their way of life is not according to the Islam. They doesn't pray 5 times in a day. They didn't recite the Holy Quran, never. They I think maybe no Islamic teachings adopted by them in this Pakistan, but they are emotionals. When a scholars, when a leaders push them, they catch the guns, catch the sticks, and attack the others. So recently, in 3 or 4 days ago, in Pakistan's region, Gadawala, that is located near Faisalabad city. So some people's here, two Christian persons burn the Holy Quran, Quranic pages, but one person's escape them and facilitate them to run away from the population, from the village, from the city. So other people's get emotions and attack the church, burn their everything. So this is the image. These are the few peoples in Pakistan, but because they are called Muslim, so all the Muslims are called as a criminal, as a emotional, and other. Otherwise, Pakistan is a pious society. Majority peoples of there are humble, are treated to others with tolerance, with patience, with best morals to others, and they worship in their masajid, in their mosque, and they live freely. No issue. Some people are disliking our style. There is not practice, but it has to point out who's the persons are emotions and why they are doing so. So this is the I think according to the your question. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Please stay at your place because we have many questions from the chat box from our audience. Okay, maybe we could skip the question from the Abdul Rahim Brasa because that's very sensitive to talking about Sunni Shia, why they attack each other. Maybe you could read many references regarding that, but let me move to the question from Mr. Didi Ha. Regarding question to Dr. Hureri, the first question is, this question is about the condition of Kashmiri Muslims. Why didn't Muslims in Kashmir become an independent country like Pakistan or Bangladesh or join Pakistan? What factors cause Kashmiri Muslim not to be independent or join to Pakistan? And the second question, what is Pakistan's response to Indian Hindus who are anti-Muslim and have a different views and even kills our Muslims? I think
I will say about Kashmir. Kashmir is the disputed area at the existence of the Pakistan. When Pakistan created, so some states are independent. The Kashmir is the one of the state was the independent in the area of the Pakistan and India. So majority populations of that area is the Muslim, but their ruler is not the Muslim. So he affiliated with the India, and population of this area that was the Muslim, they also wanted to affiliate to Pakistan. But this dispute can be created between rulers and their populations. So they attack his state. So Pakistan at its creations, at its existence was with them. They attack on it, and the majority of the part of Kashmir, they took the free. At this time, India gave the application at UNO, and UNO pressurized the Muslims, Pakistan and the India. So they put the ceasefire line. So that was time. This is only, it is on the behalf of the UNO. UNO doesn't want to solve it. And the population of the Kashmir was passing in great cruelty, in great zulm, and tashaddud and other jihad sources are also adopted there. So now India centralized the Kashmir in Indian government with government. So this is the disputed area. Pakistan cannot do something in this matter, and India also is a India, because India is a big country, so its population is big, so its influence at UNO and other countries is also much high, and Pakistan only favor the Kashmiris in the shape of sympathy and in the shape of other sources. So this is the great issue about Kashmir. The majority part of the Kashmir was released at the time of the in 1948, only 6 months after existence of the Pakistan. So other parts that was captured by India. So it is disputed area, and we cannot do about them. We as a Muslim, if our government, if our rulers guide us to release them and put the effort for them, we can raise our voice, and we can sacrifice for them. But I think this is the disputed area between Pakistan and India, and it is totally on the behalf of UNO. And UNO, you can understand, UNO is not a Muslim institutions. He always favor other than non-Muslim, other than Muslims country. That was the non-Muslim. So we are the depriving formation. The second question was that what is the second question, sir?
The second question is, what is Pakistan's response to Indian Hindus who are extremism because they have not represent the Islam?
This is the
they not represent also the Hindus' values, but also make destruction regarding Muslim.
this is the era of the social media and electronic media. So the propaganda from the both side is a very huge mass. So India is the leading to create the propaganda war. So Pakistan have a policy only response when he attack on Pakistan, its ideology and its institution, when Pakistan raised their voice. Other than Pakistan is remaining on the treaty that was conducted between them. So that is why Pakistan adopting this policy. We cannot attack them. When they attack us, we will respond it fulfill. And Pakistan has a slogan: we are the best and we can conquer all India if India attack us. And this is the examples are also existence in 1965. India attacked Pakistan and Pakistan response it fulfill, and he defeated back, returned back. So the propaganda of Intaha Pasandi, the propaganda of the extremism is also going on in past and in recent and maybe in future. So the propaganda by the India is a great. Pakistan, I think, only have a policy to respond it and to justify it. Sometimes it doesn't feel to reply it, doesn't feel to respond it of their propaganda. So some extremism is not in Pakistan, is also existence in India. So I think these are the two brothers that was joined in past and now in separate, and they are abuses to each others, and they are throwing the sentences against to each others. This is only situation that I can explain it.
Okay, thank you for your answer, Dr. Akram Hureri. Okay, there's a participant who raised the hand virtually. Miss Fahriza Kirani, time is yours.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity for me. Okay, I'm Faiza Kirani, and I'm currently taking undergraduate big program at the Islamic Institute of Kendari, Indonesia. For this time, I want to ask directly with the Sir Akram. Okay, sir. The question is almost a few the same of as before, and it's sensitive. Sorry, same as but I have to know the truth because there is a real person from the you must to know more surely than me. Okay. Just information that 2 weeks ago, my Instagram reels that's run torture of the Muslim who are in Indian, so they would like to enter the Hindu majority. My question is whether the law in India or in Pakistan has gone well, and there is a severe punishment for the majority to be prosecuted for what they are doing, or the majority there have a privilege given by the government in order to force minorities to enter the majority religions. That is my question. Thank you for the opportunity. Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Ms. Fariza Kirani. The question goes to Dr. Akram Hureri regarding the law enforcement with the Pakistan government and also Indian government on responding the conflict between two countries. Time is yours.
This issue we cannot say in openly. Pakistan and India, because India doesn't want to separate it. Pakistan was the great wishes to separate a nation. So at the existence of the Pakistan, the leaders of the India declared, and they put the slogans that Pakistan will not remain its position. It will divided into multiple parts, and it will return back and affiliate with India. So there was the slogans was created by the Indian leaders at the existence of the Pakistan. After that, Pakistan created, Pakistan is made, and 95% population of the Muslims, and other 65% are have other religions populations in Pakistan. So at the existence of the Pakistan till now, they are going to create propaganda. So after the propaganda, they are try to connecting here from Pakistani people, and use them against the Pakistani populations, Pakistani government, and others sources, they want to destroy the system of the Pakistani institutions, and other than these are the main conflict. So Pakistan and India maybe can be united, but the conflict of the Kashmir is the great conflict between them. So they also repeated in a year multiple times in 5 February Kashmir Day, and at 14 August raised, and UNO annual meeting, they also Pakistan also raised this point of that conflict should be solved, but India doesn't want to solve it because and Pakistan maybe have it. Majority sources of the Pakistani government are destroying on defense, and maybe from the India is also same position. If these conflict must solve, then the position of this region is will become the peaceful, like Indonesia, like Malaysia. I also lived in Malaysia, and I am glad to hear and to experiment there. Much peaceful region of the Asia, and Thailand and Brunei. These are the regions are very peaceful, but Pakistan is not a peaceful country. They have multiple threats from the India and other countries, and in the Pakistan, different sects, and they are also throwing threats to each other. So the disadvantage of this these issues, controversy issues, that Pakistan is losing its position and going down, and they have not strong its economically position and political position and others position. Hopefully it will be progress in future, inshallah, and soon it will get the, and all the conflicts and all the quarrels will be solved, inshallah. But this is the position, and the controversy issues and the blasphemy issues and the sectarian issues are the main issues that were created by the Indian government in thief ways to create, to appear, to generate the people of Pakistan against the people of Pakistan. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Hureri. So, because of moderator maybe is going to the restroom, so I'd like to move to or give the next opportunity for Professor Peter. Professor Peter, we may see, let's see the question from the participants in the room chat. We jump to Al-Wafi. Al-Wafi, my question to Professor Peter. I'm very happy that Professor Peter mentioned about halal tourism ecosystem in Japan, and we know halal tourism doesn't only provide halal food and drinks, but it's also to facilitate Muslim tourists to travel, starting from food and drink places to stay, easy access to worship. Then his question is, he wants to know Professor Peter's opinion about the government or the government or the tourist agency is put enough for managing halal tourism ecosystem in Japan? And maybe Professor Petro can give us a Muslim-friendly tourism destination that we can visit in Japan. So yeah, I think we start from Al-Wafi questions. Then if there is no question from the other, we come back to my question before Al-Wafi. Yeah, okay, please, Professor Petro.
All right. There's many tourist destinations in Japan. If you want to learn or see Buddhist temples or Hindu many temples you can see, Shinto temples. There are, most of those are in Kyoto, if you'd like to see the traditional origin of Japan, which is the original capital of Japan. Otherwise, they have many temples also in Tokyo and in other cities. But as far as where the mosques are located, if you wanted to see some famous mosques or something in Japan, I really cannot tell you because I haven't actually been to them myself. But I do know that there are some probably well-known mosques in Japan, and if you actually search on the internet, you will be able to find them if you search for them. So if you're using the artificial intelligence, if you just ask it which locations in Japan has famous mosques or locations you'd like to see, if that's what you'd like to see, it'll list out for you the locations, and you can even specify the cities in which you may be interested in going, and then find those locations. So travel and transportation in Japan is very convenient. And if you are using the Google Maps, you can get to almost anywhere you need to go. So I strongly recommend you to search on your web, the web, and find the location. And or like I said, just specify specifically where you want to go or what type of place you want to see, and it'll provide you that.
Thank you, Prof. Peter, for your answer. We'll move to Mr. Saleh Mude. Questions to you. The first question is, how long have you studied Japanese? Second is, which denomination of religion is the majority in Japan? Third, why did the Japanese like to kill themselves by suicide? And
Okay.
why did you like to research Japanese religions or faith? I think that's the questions. Thank you.
Okay. The first religion was first question. I've been in Japan for 35 years. I came to Japan in 1988. I've lived all the way from southern Japan, and now I'm up in northern Japan, living in Sendai. I've been in Sendai for the last 20 years. Religions, I'd say the majority is a mix between Buddhism or Shintoism. There might be more Buddhists than Shinto, but actually Buddhism and Shintoism are sort of combined sometimes, because some families have Buddhism and Shintoism inside the family. For example, in my family, my mother-in-law was Buddhist, and my father-in-law was Shinto. And so he would go to the Shinto shrine, she would go to the Buddhist shrine. And I went to both, visited both and saw what they were both like. But there's otherwise, the other religions, besides Buddhism and Shintoism, I'd say they have only like 5 or 10%. I myself, I'm a Catholic, and I think there's only 2% Catholics in Japan. So it's very, very, very small, and we have very few churches in Japan. I do not know what the Muslim proportion is in Japan. It may be 2 to 3%. I really can't give you an exact figure because I haven't checked. But if you check the do a internet search, I'm sure it could give you the exact numbers for that. And the last question that you had was, what was the last question? Can you recall what the last question was? I think I
Last
covered all.
question, why did you like to research Japanese religions or faith?
Okay. When I was doing my, when I did my undergraduate degree, it was an interdisciplinary degree. And one of the areas I was interested in was religions. So actually, I was looking at all religions and trying to understand them better. So actually, even when I went to Japan in my undergraduate for an exchange program, I was able to study many of the Asian religions that are practiced in Asia. I learned probably about the Islamic religion while I was in America, actually through my religion courses, actually in a Catholic school, because they taught us all of the religions. Even though it was a Catholic school, we were still taught about all religions because they wanted us to know how we should be working together and have a knowledge of those religions. So basically, that's why I got involved in learning various religions. And furthermore, when I started doing Asian Youth Forum, international conferences in various different countries, as we had many Indonesian students joining those conferences, or we have had people from Pakistan also. By talking to the students and actually getting a one-to-one, face-to-face perspective, that's where I really learned the information, because the information that you get from textbooks or from the media is not always the best information. I believe that if you're talking face-to-face and with the people, or actually visit the country itself, that is the best way to actually learn about a culture. And so this is the reason I've actually learned about more religions, and I'm very interested in them.
Thank you, Prof. Peter, for the answer. And let me move to the next question from the chat box from Mrs. Tri Rohani to Mr. Muhammad Akram Hureri. Please give me some insights on how Pakistani think of wearing hijab. And the next question from Deng Saleh Mude. There is a thing, yeah, 6 question, but you can conclude the question. First is, how popular is Muhammad Al Jinnah in your country? The second, Pakistani is the large for population in the world. How do they learn English and Arabic because they are native is Urdu? You mentioned that Sunni is the majority, 90%, Shia 10%. How many percent of the non-denominational or non-mazhab? And fourth, how is the followers of Jama'at Islami after Abu A'la al-Maududi passed away? And fifth, did Pakistani know well Professor Akbar Salahuddin Ahmed Tolls? And sixth, how is the Sufism studies in Pakistan today? I think that's all. Please.
Thank you very much. Wearing the hijab, it is in terms of Islamic teachings, but in Pakistan, some people wear hijab, and in hijab they wear their face also. Some people didn't wear the hijab, and they also believe that we should to wear hijab, but they cannot do so. And our populations, women also remain who puts only dupatta, only what we can scarf without wearing faces. But some people also, you can see that they doesn't bother to put the dupatta, doesn't bother to put the shoulder scarf. They also only put on their shoulder and open their hair and open the face. They are also believe that we should to wear our wear hijab, but they are not doing so. So it is not compulsory by someone to wear the hijab. It is the explanation in our region that hijab is the name of wearing the face. So this is the statement that are considered here. Here our great scholar Dr. Israr Ahmad also believe that the face hijab is not compulsory. Dr. Zakir Naik, that is the great scholar of subcontinent. I also met him in living Malaysia. He also not believed to wear women's hijab of face. And in our region, the Deobandi Makbar Fikr and the Ahl Hadith Makbar Fikr, they are forcibly asked to Islamic women to wear hijab, included face. Otherwise, it is not compulsory in our region. A woman can wear hijab. A woman can wear hijab without saving, without wearing face. A woman can put its scarf on their shoulders. A woman can open their hairs and face openly. They are free also. So I also, the second question, I also put in our presentation that 85 to 90% are Sunni in our Pakistan. I also explained that point that in Sunni, 3 sects are included in this Sunniism. Sunniism in the Barelvi Makbar Fikr, also Sunni. Ahl Hadith also Sunni, and Deobandi are also Sunni. Where the Dr. Mode also described in its question, where the Abul Ala Madudi. Abul Ala Madudi is a Islamic party, the name of Jamaat Islami. Jamaat Islami of its party, and he have great followers in our Pakistan. And its party has a great organized parties in our. I can say the one of the best party that is organized in a unit level is a Jamaat Islami. And the founder of Jamaat Islami is the Abul Ala Madudi Rahimahullah. So he was also Sunni. The Dr. Ziaul Haq, General Ziaul Haq, I described in my presentation, that was the army chief of Pakistan, and he possessed the president of the Pakistan. And while he was the army chief of Pakistan and also president of Pakistan, the interpretations of the Quranic interpretations, Quranic tafsir of Abul Ala Madudi, he delivered in all army persons in Pakistan. So its tafsir Quran, its interpretations of Quranic tafsir is the one of the most book that is read in Pakistan. So it is not a Sunni. It is not a one party. In this party, in this following chain of Abul Ala Madudi, Barelvi is also in Shia is also in this party, and Deobandi also in this party, Ahl Hadith also in this party. Who loves the Abul Ala Madudi and its party and love its organization system. So Shia is only 10 to 15%. In some areas they have existence, and some areas their existence is not presented there. So and 5% is the other than Muslims are living in the Pakistan. So I think the answer you have received by me, what is the Sunni definition? Other than Shia, all the Muslims called Sunni. Other than Shia Muslim, all the Muslims are called Sunni. Okay, Dr. Salim.
Thank you so much for your answer. That's also our last question and answer session. Now let's move to the closing statement. The closing statement goes to first goes to Prof. Peter. Please give your closing statements, Professor.
Yeah, I'd like to thank you for inviting me to share the perspectives in Japan on the Islamic faith based on my 35 years of living in Japan. I'd also like to thank the other speaker with us today for telling us about Pakistan. I learned some new things and it was very interesting. So I thank you for the new information and more knowledge that I've gained today. So
Thank you,
again,
sir.
thank you very much. Thank you. That's all.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much.
That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Moderator is here.
Yes.
Moderator
Thank you.
have gone to take the tea.
Okay, next to our speakers, Dr. Muhammad Akram Hureri. Please, your closing statement.
Sir, what have you said? I didn't hear. Okay, this session was a very interesting. The discussion that was presented by the Professor Dr. Peter is also very funny and also very interesting, especially when he was describing the situations of religions in Japan. So he was telling us, my mother is Fula, and my father is adopted Fula religion. That was I feeling very interesting when he was replying of this question. This session, I think, is a very, very interesting and very, very informative session. I thank you. I thankful to the organizer of this session, the committee members of the Institute of the Abdul Haris of Makassar, and especially I thank to you, Dr. Saleh Mude and other brother who was facilitate between us and facilitators. And I also special thank Professor Dr. Ismail Saad, who invited me in this session now, and also invited further time in past. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I also special Assalamu alaikum to Dr. Peter. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you to you also.
Thank you very much. And the last, please, our summer school coordinator, Mr. Muhammad Saleh Mude, time is yours.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'd like to say that we are very happy this evening in Indonesia. Then this morning on Sunday in United States. Professor Peter, I am in Hartford, the city of Hartford now,
Yes.
Connecticut, the United States.
Oh,
Then,
okay.
yeah, I've been here more than 2 years,
Mhm.
and yeah, my family and I are here, and we like America.
I'm glad you like America very much.
Yes, thank you. Then here,
Mashallah.
Dr. Hureri, I have many classmates here, many friends here, many neighbors here are from your country, from Pakistan. They are Pakistani.
Mashallah.
Yeah,
Mashallah,
alhamdulillah.
When this
yeah,
time to come in Pakistan, you have
Inshallah.
to meet me, inshallah.
Inshallah, inshallah. Then when I was in undergrad university, I wrote a thesis about Fazlur Rahman's thought. So once
Mashallah.
again, I know a little bit about the history of your
Very
country.
good. Mashallah.
Yeah, because Fazlur Rahman is who also the one of the participant mentioned or offering question about Fazlur Rahman and Muhammad Iqbal. Muhammad Iqbal, Fazlur Rahman are popular in Indonesia.
Popular leader. Yes, yes.
Yeah, popular thinker, popular philosophers. Well,
Yes.
once again, that's we enjoyed your presentation, both of you, Professor Peter, Dr. Hureri. Like me, I enjoy your presentation. Then the second is, have you ever come to Indonesia?
Sir,
Peter, Hureri?
Me?
Yes.
I've been to I am in Indonesia right now. I'm in Makassar, Indonesia right now. So yeah, I've been here for 21 days, doing presentations, workshops, and actually been working with some high school students at a summer school here in Indonesia. So, yes, but I haven't been back to America for 8 years. But I've been to Indonesia almost every single year to visit. So for the past 7 years or so, except for a couple years during COVID. But and I'll probably continue to be returning here every year doing many things. So I like Indonesia very much, and yes, I am enjoying it here.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. When will you be in Jakarta? Yeah, that's it.
In Jakarta, actually, I'm not going through Jakarta. I'm going through Bali. I'm leaving here at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I will be going through Bali and heading back to Japan.
Oh, could you please come to Jakarta? I will invite you to be speaker in Jakarta.
Well, I'll hope to maybe the next time when I come by.
Next time.
We can plan something.
Next time.
Through Dr. Weke though, but Dr. Weke pretty much helps schedule my whole schedule. I thank him for inviting me to Indonesia and organizing my whole schedules and working with us with Bolt to work with the organizations like yours and do this summer session tonight.
Thank you.
So, Dr. Hureri, have you been in Indonesia?
No, still not. I have come Malaysia and stay for 6 months at University of Malaya, Malaysia. In 2020 April, my tickets have been prepared, and my tour from Pakistan to Indonesia, Sultan Amai Gorontalo University, none. But only 4 days of arrival to Indonesia, the airlines have been banned because of coronavirus. So I cannot come here. But in future, inshallah, I have a mind to visit Indonesia, inshallah.
Inshallah. Yeah,
Very
welcome
soon.
to all, especially Professor Peter. don't forget to enjoy pisang epe.
I won't. I will.
So you have to try namely pisang epe, banana fresh in Makassar, and
Yes.
Kafurung. So you ask our brother Ismail or our moderator Zulfikar, what is pisang epe, what is kafurung. Then if you never enjoy, then you come back to Japan, it means that you never been Makassar.
I am sure that I've had both of them. I'm sure I've had both of them. I've tried almost every single cultural food, but I will check with him and double check. Okay.
So many times when I meet tourists like you, I said that when you are in Makassar, you have to try, you have to eat fresh banana, then or pisang epe, then kepurung. So means that you have been in my homeland.
I've had the pressed bananas for sure. I've had it many times already. And the other one I had also. Yes, they're very good. I enjoyed them very much.
Once again, thank you very much for presenting. Then you make us have a good insight to know Japanese culture, Japanese religion, Japanese faith. Also, Dr. Hureri make us to know, or make Indonesian scholar, Indonesian student has sketched about your country, Pakistani, because Pakistani is I said it's number 5 actually. Number 1 India or China. The second is India. Then the third is United States. Number 4 Indonesia. Number 5 Pakistan is the large.
Yes, so I hope that maybe some your students or anybody can come to Sendai and maybe come to my university for an international conference, which we will probably have in November of 2024, in another year and 3 months. So Dr. Ismail Weki will be helping promote the conference, and I will be continuing to promote the conference on our Balsamo Outreach for Learning and Teaching, BOLT Outreach, BOLT Outreach site. So please feel free to visit it. And if you can come to Japan, I welcome you with open arms.
Okay, I like to speak bahasa. Teman-teman semua, kita ini ada undangan istimewa dari Profesor Peter to visit Jepang. Beliau akan mengundang kita dan beliau akan menjemput kita, menyambut kita. Ini semua manfaatnya kita mengadakan Zoom seperti ini. Jadi teman-teman sekarang itu memiliki sekarang akses ke you have good access to reach to contact Profesor Peter. Dan begitupun kalau mau ke Pakistan atau mau mengundang Dr. Harari. Once again, this is the advantage of this.
Sorry to interrupt. May I have your numbers, speakers' numbers? Maybe someday I will invite him to be speaker at Indonesia University.
Actually, I don't have a number in Indonesia. The best thing is to contact Dr. Weke, Dr. Ismail, Dr. Ismail Weki. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So teman-teman yang mau teman-teman who wants to communicate Professor Peter or Dr. Harari, you may ask our brother. The committee is Dr. Weke. Ya, Dr. Weke, Dr. Ismail Weke. Teman-teman bisa dapat email. Biasanya itu seperti like Professor Peter, dia he feels better if if we contact him by email. Jadi silakan email, kirim beliau email, dan biasanya lebih cepat direspon daripada orang, I know here American culture tidak mudah orang membagi nomor telepon, nomor handphone di sini, karena nomor handphone itu sama dengan account.
Yes.
Yes, saya mau transfer uang ke seseorang di sini, itu lewat nomor handphone, nomor rekening. Jadi dia sangat strict, very strict to share to American phone number. Tapi email is okay. Every time American culture itu many times they look at their emails. Ya. Jadi teman-teman komunikasi dengan profesor-profesor dia harus lebih senang kita beremail. Oke, once again we appreciate for you, Dr. Harari, Professor Peter, then God bless you all. Thank you, moderator.
Teacher,
Thank you very
photo
much.
session,
Thank
photo
you.
session.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
There's also
Dr. Peter,
request to
please,
have a
you
photo
can share
session.
your number.
Please, to the participant who is not open the camera, we have 2 pages. Please open the camera, and we will have the photo session with the speakers, Prof. Peter and Dr. Muhammad Akram Hureri. Okay. Okay. Okay, we will have a photo session in 1 second. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, page 1 is finished. Let me move to the second pages. Okay, pages 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you so much for your attendance, and also thank you to all speakers, committee, and participants for the participation during the session. As the representative of the committee, I would like to end this session by reciting Hamdalah. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And thank you all.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.